Welcome to the quick nickel tour of Arnwin Metals. This way. Somewhat of our painted figures in the various incarnations of the company. A lot of the vast collection of old painted Partha stuff was lost. We've been trying to recreate it over the years. This is a set of actual greens and sculpting paraphernalia and metal matrices that I was lucky enough to inherit from the effects of the late Dennis Mize, a great friend and fantastic Partha sculptor. Mold room tour. This is our mold room. People hard at work cleaning masters and making molds. As you can see, the molds are, when they come out of the vulcanizer, they then cut the vents and the channels with surgical scalpels and explain the process there. This is Tim Kelly, our mold maker.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, basically we get in a mold blank and press a bunch of figures onto it and burn yourself. Press them in there like that. We vulcanize them so it's hot, sorry. Just press them in there so that they vulcanize and we get a good cavity of it. And after that we pop out all the figures and we've got all the channels in there so that the metal can flow in through the hole on the top and spread out. Got all little tiny air channels on there so that the air can flow out of it, so that everything fills with metal. And just pop it open and get good pieces.
Roundabout way into the warehouse. Vast collection of molds. Ralph, the head of our casting department, doing some metal spinning. How you guys doing? Gonna show the pot.
Sure.
In here. Pot full of liquid pewter.
Nice and liquidy. The silver soup.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What we have here is two mold halves. Right? The bottom and top. Holes to let the metal in. Line up the edges here. Centrifuge machine. Locks and unlocks. To hold our molds in place because it's going to spin around. We're going to drop the metal in. As the metal goes in, this mold is going to be spinning. It's going to throw all the metal out into the edges and fill up the mold. Come out really slow. Watch yourself. Right back in the pot. Enough to solid feast resistance. There we go. Little metal swords. Let's break them off. In the box. That's some packing takes over. It's out of my hands.
How long they spin for?
About 45 seconds. My metal's about 700 degrees to 720, just so we can get in all these little tiny spots. Bigger pieces run slower in the machine. It's probably about 400 RPM right now, because these guys are kind of tiny. Baby bones. Do this so that we don't rip them out, you know, as we're pulling them out of the rubber. So, give the molds a fold.
Cool. Thank you, Ralph.
You're welcome.
This is actually a master mold. And this is a green. This is an old pressed green, so this isn't actually in this mold, but this is the state that the original figure would come into the factory in. Our mold makers then very carefully make a master mold where you get one pristine cavity from each original. From that, they then cast enough copies to make the production molds. Once things are cast, they come back here to the raw stock area. Where we have Battletech.
Alright.
Battletech. Fantasy. And some also raw stock for some of our contract pieces.
Alright.
Yep. Actually, here is the metal copy of that figure. Yeah, packers would come out when we get an order. The packers come out, run an inventory on the existing stock. If we have stock, it goes into packing. If we don't have stock, obviously it goes into casting. Once it's cast, it comes here to the packing department, where we have the capability to, we have 4 blister packing stations. A contract job for Dark Sword miniatures.
Okay.
These machines were built in 1978 and have been in use pretty much since then on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We also managed to do, we do shrink wrap, box sets.
Yep.
We do clamshell packs, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, once the things are packed, normally they go into stock. Unless it's for an order right away, in which case it's pulled, sent to shipping, and out the door.